Welcome everyone to our yoga class today. I love to stretch. This is a class that may not be suitable for everyone. Please feel free to modify using blocks if you would like, or just do what works well for you. Be more of a deeper stretch today around my dog, so we'll see how that goes. Just making your way, whether you want to sit or stand. Allow yourself to be present, tuning into your breath and setting a positive intention. Taking ego comparison out of your practice. Tuning into what works for you. This is going to be a little bit of a standing series to start, so making your way up to the front of your mat. Taking a breath in, reach your palms to touch. As you exhale, hinge from your hips, fold forward, bend your knees and let the crown of your head point down. Shift your weight into your toes. Grab onto your elbows, and with each exhale, let your belly soften towards your thighs. Fingertips to your mat, slowly stepping back into down dog. Pedaling out the back of your feet, pushing your armpits towards your thighs. A breath here, lift your right leg high. Just feeling that nice stretch here. Take your right knee to your nose, round out your belly, stay here, shoulders over your wrist. Step your right foot between your hands, drop that left knee. Beautiful, and just start to let your hips soften here. You can take one hand and the other hand to the top of your right knee, coming up onto that left knee and softening down. Tuck from your core, lift up, finding breath. Arms can lift up and stretch them back. Fingertips point together or palms pointing together. Lift up from your chest. Push the weight into your right leg. Exhale, bring your hands to the inside of your right leg. Heel toe that right foot out. Bring your left hand under your gaze and reach your right hand up. Take your right hand back towards your left toes. Staying here, bend into your left knee. Try grabbing onto your foot. Come up a little so not all the weight is into your hands. One more breath where you're at, letting that go. Come onto your elbows if that feels okay. Curl over the pinky toe side of your right foot. Bring weight into your hands. Curl over your left toes, lift up your left knee and step back into down dog. Keep bending into your knees. Send your hips higher and then slowly start to push your heels to the back of your mat. Inhale, lift that left leg high. Take your left knee to your nose, round out your back and your right heel high over your toes. Pull in from your core, round your back, think angry cat. Step your left foot between your hands, drop into your right knee. Taking a moment here to settle. You can use blocks or invite your hands to the top of your knee. Lifting up, frame your hips forward and drop a little more. Stretch your hands up, palms face each other, got it right this time. And lift your chest up towards the ceiling. Keep feeling this big back bend. Find your breath in here. Come back through center. Bring your hands to the inside of your left leg. Good. Take your right hand under your gaze, your left hand up and back. Bend into your left knee. Maybe grab your foot. Should feel this really through that front part of your right leg. You'll probably feel it more than just there. Letting that go. Bring your hands or your elbows onto your mat. Settling through your hips, even a nice little rock. Push weight into your hands. Curl over your back toes, lift up that back knee, and now step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Sit low. Let your elbows push to the inside of your knees. Fingertips to heart center. Tuck from your core. Engage your pelvic muscles. Beautiful. Take your hands to your mat. Lift up your hips. Step back into down dog. If this next posture isn't for you, we're going to come to pigeon, trying for the splits. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale your right knee to your right wrist. Lengthen that left leg out. Bring your hands just under your shoulders. Breathing here. Slowly hinge from your hips. Forehead can stack on your fists or come to your mat. If you want to go further from here, bring your hands back and lean into your right hip. Start to lengthen that right leg. If you want to go further, it'll lengthen a little more, and you'll slowly bring yourself to the splits. This may not be for you. Could try flexing your feet and just invite yourself to grow tall. You can also do this with a block that sits under your right hip. So that is an option if you're almost down. If you're not staying in pigeon, maybe you hinge forward. Come back up. Take your right hand to the inside of your right hip. Beautiful. Bend into your left knee. Try grabbing onto that foot. Reaching your right hand forward, up and back. Slowly letting that go. Invite yourself back into pigeon by leaning into that right hip. Bring your hands to the front of your mat. Curl over your back toes. Find down dog. Inhale your left leg high. Pull that left knee to your left wrist. Beautiful. And straighten that right leg back. Just allowing your hips to melt here. Take judgment out of your practice if this is not for you. Please, please modify, tune back or watch. You can lower yourself into pigeon, or you can lean into that left hip, Begin to walk that left shin parallel with your mat. Maybe you come a little more forward. Maybe you slide your hip under. If you're almost down, this is a perfect way to get a deeper stretch. You don't want to pull anything at any time. That's where judgment needs to really be part of your practice. Option to fold forward. Bring your hands back. Try bending into your right knee. Grab onto that foot. Shift your weight into that right thigh. Try bringing your right hand towards your right, or your left hand towards your left toes, or up, grabbing back. Letting that go. Sit into that left hip, bend into your left knee. Beautiful. Bring your hands to your mat. Find down dog. Look towards your hands. Bend into your knees. Lift your heels and slowly hop. Just these little hops. Lift. And drop to your knees. Uncurl your toes. Sit into the back of your heels. Let your heels widen a little. Try lifting up your knees. Bring hands to heart. Let your hands settle beside you. Drop your shins to your mat. Finding your Shavasana, laying on your back or sitting up here. Allowing yourself to focus on breath. Take your left hand over heart center, your right hand over your belly. Stay here as long as you'd like to. Allow your breath, your practice to soak in. This wasn't for you today. Please feel free to check back again. If you want to go deeper, stay tuned. Hands to heart center. Thank you so much for joining me and us in this class and practice today. Namaste. If anyone is interested in doing small group classes or larger group classes, please feel free to contact me. It could be anything from absolute beginner to restoration to stretching to flow to hatha, whatever your preference is, or a little of all. Send me an email. Thank you.